If you love cereals and granola, you might have seen their organic vegan breakfast range. Melisa and Romana have eaten their way around the world together and turned their love for healthy food into a successful business. I really love talking to people who are passionate about what they offer and also find personal growth during a business journey. This interview inspired me to put aside the time to work on myself as a person. Especially if you're doing a creative work, you need a space so that you can let the inspiration to come through you in your work. Hope you enjoy the conversation with Melisa and Romana, founders of The Wild. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Just in case that this is just going to be an audio and people can't see you guys, maybe just introduce yourself so they will get to know your voices.
Yeah, I'm Melisa. And I'm Romana.
So I've heard that you guys were best friends and you started producing this product of yours, The Wild. Tell me a little bit about how you started producing this product.
Well, I mean, first it was an idea.
Yeah.
So in terms of manufacturing.
Like, how did the idea come?
Yeah. Romana and I quit our jobs, decided we wanted to do something different.
Was it like a 9 to 5 kind of?
Yeah.
What were you doing before?
I was in sales. I was working for quite a corporate company, Cadbury Schweppes, and just really uninspired and just wanted to change. And then Mel said
I was in product development for a fashion company, and I did 6 years with the company and just felt it was time to change. And I wasn't really happy with where the industry was going. So, yeah.
So was it just like one day you were creating something in the kitchen and it's like, this is it?
Mel said to me she wanted to go traveling, and we were like, and I was like, oh, I don't want to work for Cadbury Schweppes anymore. I'm not inspired by, no, if they're watching, but probably not. Probably not inspired by that product anymore, you know. So how do I sell it? And she said she was traveling. So I was like, oh, I'll quit. Just quitting.
Let's do this. And the plan was to go away, find new inspiration, just get a new perspective.
So you weren't really thinking about doing a business together?
We were thinking about bringing something back. That was always kind of the idea. And then because we ate so much, I think while we were traveling, it was pretty logical choice. Yeah, but it had to be around food. Yeah. And we were both really conscious of it being, being healthy. So it aligned with us.
Yeah. So where did you guys go together?
So we did a round the world trip. It was a 6-month trip, starting from Bali through to like Turkey and Israel, Spain, through Europe, and then over to America and finished up in Mexico.
So why granola though? Because you could have done so many other things, right?
Yeah. As opposed to a cereal product. Yeah, well, we just were eating cereal every day and we were going to the farmers markets and it was one product that would fill us up for the day, and we could go out and purchase dried fruits, nuts, oats, and then just bring it together. And, it can be quite tricky when you're traveling to have that routine with a meal. So that was ours for brekkie. So we would have loved something like The Wild to travel with.
Yeah, and I suppose it's a dry product as well, so it's easy to take it anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what was it like in Australia though? So when did you leave?
2011.
2011. What was it like in Australian market? Was there anything like this on the market?
Oh, to be honest,
no.
Yeah, and I don't think we really studied that kind of before I'd like to say that we did come back and, look if there was a gap in the market and we're really strategic about it. Yeah. But I think we were just really romantic about the idea of health and wellness, and we love cereal, and you know, why don't we build a cereal brand? You know, like
Yeah, but we were at the forefront with like activated
buckwheat,
and that sort of product.
Yeah,
And to the point where it was next level cereal.
Correct.
It wasn't something you were getting from your supermarket.
and then the essential oils as well that were in there. Like nobody was doing that kind of thing with food at that point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, we were conscious of differentiation once
yeah.
we had the idea.
yes,
Yeah, and I think you're good with that too, because I remember you guys just released one with hemp as well, right?
Yes.
So you guys were like one of the
Yeah.
first products that included hemp.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
did. So
Yeah.
we went with when the legalization of hemp in foods came about last November, we launched our hemp granola product to line up with that. So, and it's pretty much one of our best-selling products.
yeah,
Yeah, people love hemp seeds.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it's just so easy to use, easy to digest as well compared to other nuts. And I think with other nuts, it's, you know, as you said, as you activate those nuts too, it's pretty time consuming. With hemp seeds, it's ready to go. Even when you make milk and stuff like that, you just throw in hemp seed and make.
Yeah, and it's such a high protein choice for vegans as well.
Yeah, with omega-3 and everything.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay, so another question that I had was, I suppose, the challenge of working together. And because you guys were or are still best friends, well, I'm hoping that you guys are still. Like, were there any challenges just working as friends and then become business partners?
You know what? Like we traveled for that length of time together and we didn't fight. I mean, we might have had one disagreement like along the whole thing. And that wasn't, and I think that's just a testament, and it still remained the same. We work so well. We're pretty blessed. We work so well together.
We communicate well.
Yeah. And we both have very different strengths.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and we both kind of trust each other completely, so we know that the other person has got that side of the business. So I think obviously there's been kind of ups and downs in the business, but I feel like there's never been a point where we've really had a big disagreement or, you know, we've always been able to have a conversation about it and find a common ground, and the business has taken the direction that we both felt was best for the business and best for us, you know, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's your strength?
So I do design. So my background is communication design, which is graphic design, and also production. So creating the blends for sale. And then from that point, sales and distribution, it goes over to Romana because sales is her forte.
Yeah.
So it just works out perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So you guys started with just two of you, right?
Yes.
And how big is your business right now?
So it's still just the two of us managing our areas, but then we have distribution. So in pretty much all states at this point.
Yeah. That's
So
amazing.
as opposed to getting salespeople to sell it for us, we have our distributors that do that.
And we do have a couple of stores, international stores. And,
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then at the factory, we have staff that pack. So I'm still blending.
Oh, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, hands on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two arms of the business as well. You probably don't know. Like we do, it's both. We've got the wild, and then we have our own food manufacturing side. So we do blending of our own brand, and then we package, blend and pack things for other companies.
Oh, okay. So you have
white
your
label.
own factory kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you supply to cafes and retails and.
Yeah, we do that with all the wild products.
Yeah.
Yep, they get the bulk bags and then also the retail packs through to
Our food stores.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure the quality is really important to you guys too, right?
Which is a big reason that I still blend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm quite the same. Like even though I want to let go of so many different things, I always come back to it because you want to make sure that the quality is really good. But but do you think if you do that, do you think you can still grow the business to a bigger scale?
Yes. I think you just have to allow and accept that it's probably not going to be at the quality that you can get it at, and just accept that maybe 70% is going to be good enough.
Yeah. So,
I guess it's a catch-22. It's what you've got to prioritize. You know, I think you can scale it as long as you've got the right procedures in place and the right people.
Yeah.
I think if you find the right person and you train them and you get them to do it like you're going to do it, then yes, you can. But I think that's a difficulty in itself, finding the right staff member, empowering them, and having the procedures in place to keep it, keep that quality, at that level.
And do you believe in balance of life and work?
Yes,
You do.
100%.
priority.
Yeah. How do you do that? You have to teach me.
We like to give ourselves time off, whether it's one day a week or an afternoon, just to do, things that we love doing, work on our own kind of personal development or passion projects. So
We both work about 3 or 4 days really full time.
Yeah.
and that's a conscious decision to enjoy what we're doing
Yeah.
and still grow,
Yeah.
outside of the business, which is so important.
Oh no, that's really great. And how did you? Was it like this when you started the business as well? It was like
It's definitely something, Once you get your procedures in place, then I think it's something that happens over time. So I guess we're lucky enough that at this stage we can.
And there's both of us.
Do that.
Like, there's the two of us that we're lucky enough that we can have alternate days off. So someone's always on email or contactable, and we're both always contactable on that day.
Yeah, we always make sure we check emails every day, no matter where we are in the world. If we're traveling or here, we're checking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think people these days, they expect that, don't they? Like instant answers, which is, handy, but still, it's not
It's not always
for
there.
the small businesses. Yeah. And how, because it seems like you grow so much through connecting with other people. And I saw some amazing recipes done by, influencers or, food bloggers. Yeah. Has it been really effective for your business growth, do you think?
On the social media front, it has. It gets people excited about the product and it builds up our following on Instagram and because it's quite a different product, it's not like something from the supermarket or a standard traditional cereal where you just add milk. It's more of a topper. So it's kind of like the new kind of cereal that acai bowls, are popular. So they weren't always around. So
when we first started, sorry, I'm cutting you off. When we first started, that was half of my battle coming into like sampling with chefs was getting them to understand how to use the product. Like it wasn't just being put in a bowl with milk. It's a topper.
Yeah.
Because acai bowls and smoothie bowls, they weren't, I mean, in some places had them, but it wasn't a common dish, whereas now every cafe has got
and pretty much every blogger on Instagram during summer is posting
smoothie bowls
as a side bowl. So it's great for us.
They look great.
Be on their bowls,
What are you passionate about other than growing businesses?
I am into health, so nutrition, and I've done study in integrative nutrition. So it links with the wild, which is perfect.
Yeah.
But I just it's something I do with friends all the time. I don't even really need to get paid for it because it's such a joy to help people with, working out how to lead a healthier life.
What are the things that you think people can do to make them a bit healthier every day?
Besides eating, you think?
Eating, it can be eating.
Yeah, I think it really needs to be a balance between good food and a good mindset. I've started meditation this year too, and I've found that to be incredible. I don't think it's just food that can make so much difference. Yeah, it has to come from different sources and just being more mindful in your life with even where you're purchasing products from and who you want to support with your wallet, I guess.
Yeah, that's a huge thing for me as well because food is important and really powerful. because, we eat 3 times a day.
Yes.
And we can actually make a stance for what you actually believe in. But, food is not enough. It's just like one part of the puzzle.
Yeah, especially that it's such a stressful life these days, life's so fast, to actually have that practice of meditation then makes you more mindful about what you're eating and what you're wearing and where you're shopping and I guess where you choose to spend your time and who you spend your time with. So it's everything.
Holistic health idea.
Yeah.
Isn't it? How about you?
For me, I'm quite passionate about personal development, kind of, whether it be in a business sense or lifestyle sense. I think we were just talking about it in the car on the way here, actually, just about how people often say that they set these goals and they want to do things, but they don't actually follow through with them. So I guess just helping people stick to those kind of goals and implement them into their daily life. And I'm a big believer of setting your day up right, like just having a morning routine that really, like whether that be a walk or Mel does meditation, I make sure I'm out in nature because I know that really serves me, and I start my day, with a lemon and water and salt drink, like just little kind of rituals that you implement into your daily practice to help you, no matter what is going on in your life, that, that's
non-negotiable.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that too. I love hearing about people's morning rituals. So tell me, so you get up, lemon and water.
Yeah, lemon, salt and water is my morning ritual. I have that. I love my coffee, but I know that my body's been without water for 8 hours, so I make sure that I have a big glass of that. And then I generally set my day, like I go over to my computer, set my day, have a look at emails. My day's already pre-planned, but then I'm off for a walk. I go out and get out, whether I'm in Elwood, so I'm either down the beach or in the park, whether it be a walk or a run. I make sure I kind of do that every day. And, I make sure that whilst I'm on that walk, I've set my day up so I don't need to think about it. I can think about it when I come back. I'm mindful on that walk and I'm taking in, and I know it's the birds and the sun and, right, especially this time of year, it's stunning. The trees are blossoming and all of that. I get a lot from that. And that really helps me start my day on a positive note.
Do you have any night routine before you go to sleep?
I think switching your technology off anytime from 8, 9.
Sure, I'll text her and I can see it go through as like a text message, not a night message. She's off for the day.
But also in the morning, I think I don't want to check social media or emails
I don't check social media.
Or anything when I've woken up. Like I like that first hour to be mine with,
See, I like I check that so that I can have that second hour on the walk. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. We've all got
our own way of doing it. Yeah,
definitely. That's something that I need to be working on.
Do you have one?
For morning routine. Morning, definitely I get up, do oil pulling.
Do you do that every morning? You're good.
Oil pulling, tongue scraping, and then drink a huge thing of water. And I do like to exercise in the morning. It could be walk or it could be HIIT or it could be yoga. Like a morning, I feel like I can just move around. And then I come to work. And always green juice to start with.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a nice morning routine. I like that.
Yeah, but sometimes I found that because I'm a quite rigid person too. So if I don't get that time in the morning, it's like
I get that. I feel a bit like
not imbalanced.
Yeah. Something isn't quite right.
I've got that stressing.
That's funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're too attached to our morning routine sometimes. But
if it works though, if it works for you and works for, so that your day goes really smoothly and you're happy, then
I'm sure the mums out there are like, nice for you girls.
Some of our friends
or maybe
it's a choice.
Exactly.
So what are you excited about the wild right now?
We love working on new products, whether it's for a customer or at the moment working on a new product for our own range. So
Yeah.
just
Do you want to talk about this?
I think
we
we
can
can
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it. Yeah, you just doing a Wilds energy bar, I guess you could call it.
That will go really well though.
Yeah.
With your brands anyway. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not sure we haven't defined the flavour. We haven't decided 100% on the flavour or what kind of health benefit it's going to focus on.
Yeah,
But, we'll decide on that.
Yeah.
As much as we can give you, you know.
I guess with creating your own business, what Romana and I were getting into, we find that when we speak to people about our food business, they're so impressed and they're just like, you did it. Like everyone kind of has all these ideas, but actually implementing them is a different thing. So maybe just not being scared to fail and understanding that there are wins and losses, you know, every day, every month across the path. And it's just about maneuvering around them so that, you know, you're going exactly where you want to go, but you're also, we're also understanding the market as well.
Were you expecting something else before you started, or is this exactly what you thought it was going to be?
We did think we were going to do a food truck. So it did change. I think the concept was more of a food truck while we travelled.
So
And
you
then
did lots of markets too, didn't you?
Yeah,
we
we lots
do.
of markets.
So
Yeah,
set
we
up
still do that
food stalls.
sometimes.
But then we thought with a brand, we can do anything. We can have a food truck down the track. You know, we can supply
open.
food service.
Yeah.
Romana had contacts in the
Or cafes.
in cafes and the food service industry. So that helped us where we worked with chefs to really give us feedback on the range as well. We felt it was so important to get, you know, someone else's opinion, especially chefs. So that really helped us to find each blend.
Were there any challenges along the way? It just sounds like
Yes.
you started and it's like so smooth and you've got so many.
Oh no,
that's
God, we
everywhere
did
all of a
it.
sudden.
Oh, it was when we first did it. We were using coconut oil, and the coconut oil would go rancid, and people would be like, "We've started off really kind of, you know, we would." Romantic, and we wanted it to be everything was biodegradable and sustainable, and
Where we
were
were
washing
delivering
we were
to cafes in buckets that they wouldn't have to return to us. And we
had a permit in Mel's apartment to make everything from her apartment. So it was a backyard business, but in her apartment, basically modern day backyard. And we were washing the buckets in the bathtub, and then, you know, it was all of that kind of stuff.
We weren't getting buckets returned.
And the
Biodegradable packaging was breaking down with the oils.
So there was lots of issues like that. So we definitely had to make modifications to the product, and then trying to find a distributor, and you know, cereals, it's a pretty aggressive category. Like if you walk into a supermarket and you look at the cereal section, there's a lot of cereal in there. Like, how do you make that choice? You know, I struggle sometimes, you know, even seeing the wild, let alone a customer seeing the wild. So, you know, there's constant daily battles on, you know, pack sizes, price points, even, you know, finding whether, you know, we started retailing it for a particular price, but then we'd never had a business before, didn't know that a distributor would take a certain percentage of margin, and you know, like then working backwards like that, you know, we went from Mel's apartment to outsourcing the product manufactured, and then we brought it back in-house. There's been so many pivots and changes, and now the contract manufacturing is another kind of we've
just another avenue to explore.
We're just listening. I think we just listen and kind of go with where it takes us, which is probably why, and we both do that. So
why we're still in it. Just keep trying. I guess.
And flexible with the way you do things.
Yeah, and small business is hard. Like, you know, we talk. Cash flow is always, you know, an issue, you know, like you feel like the wheel gets bigger, you know, there's more money going around that wheel, but you're still waiting for the money to drop out so that you can put it in the back pocket, you know. So, I mean, we worked for years not paying ourselves. And then paying ourselves just a small wage, and we're still, not, ideally we'd always like more, but we give the business what it needs, and we're at a point now where we're quite happy and we work 3-4 days a week and we know what's important to us. So we've worked that out over the years. And the business allows us to do that. Yeah. So but it's definitely been a roller coaster ride. It's not been smooth sailing at all. Meltdowns. So many meltdowns.
But amazing to have each other through it all, because we wouldn't do it otherwise.
No.
Such a big part of it, we wouldn't want to.
No.
Yeah, and you can talk about things to each other. I think that's what I miss, because I'm the only disposed person in this business. And I know there's a manager, I know there's a staff that I can talk to, but I can't talk to them everything.
Yeah, you can't bounce ideas off people.
Yeah, not the real nitty-gritty, dirty stuff. It's like we were saying, like having somebody look through your undie drawer is like having somebody look through your business, though. Like if you because it's yours. It's your business is you when it's so small.
Yeah, at this stage it still is.
Yeah, it's still a reflection of us. Yeah. So
how do you receive? Because you said the coconut oil was getting rancid and people complaining about it. How did you receive that complaint? Like, because it's your baby, like it hurt.
Oh my God, it still hurts. But and we've done enough samplings ourselves to understand that some people are going to like it and some people aren't. We can't please everybody. So as long as we both like it. Yeah, or at least one of us really backs it.
Yeah, and that we're lucky because we've moved away from the coconut oil, so that's not a problem anymore. Thank God, because there was honestly, that was I remember the first time we were getting complaints. My heart was breaking. I've been in sales and had complaints over other products. Yeah. Like I worked for a bakery for years, a big bakery, and then Cadbury, and people complain about that. I didn't really care. I dealt with the complaint. Somebody said something about the wine.
That's my baby.
No, but they said that it tasted like soap.
And we would rack our brains, and then we were just like...
We're like, maybe we didn't wash the buckets. Yeah, it was the coconut oil. So, we had to change, but...
But, I'm also looking forward to... It would have been amazing if we could have a completely sustainable business.
Yes.
And I think that's just where we're at this time. We don't have enough options to do that.
Yeah. It's such a shame. I found it too. It's more expensive.
That's the thing.
And, even though we like to do it, that means the final product will be so expensive.
The consumer won't want it. No one can afford it. And that's right. People want it, but they don't necessarily have the funds to pay for it, or they can't allocate that money for it.
So we're going to kind of meet people where they're at.
Yeah. So it's a dance. It's a dancing. Yeah, it's a dance. It's a balancing act. So
because the quantity you have to order for those products is just so large.
Yeah.
A small business can't really do it, which is such a shame. But hopefully...
I feel like it's changing. It's getting there. From where we were 5 years ago to where we are now, educating the customers even getting easier on the benefits of health. And
people are more aware though these days than nobody knew what buckwheat was.
And probably because of the internet, there's more access to information.
Instagram.
Whether it's you're doing it because it's on trend or you actually understand what you're eating.
But I suppose that's our responsibility too for people who know the trend, not the trend, but what's really healthy or what's coming up or something. That's our responsibility to teach them.
Share that,
and that's part of the business too, isn't it?
Part of the service of providing a product, and then
the new products that people didn't really know about.
Bring it to the forefront.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Inviting us.
Thank you for sharing all the tips. Well, I just wanted to give you something. So we just released this. Have you heard of pili nuts?
Yes.
No.
I got them once in a little container, in a little tin container.
Yeah, so they are
They're
keto-friendly, lowest carbohydrate nuts in the world. and it makes amazing nut milk. So, you know,
I'd like to
maybe
try.
you've got to, yeah.
Yes, please. I've got something for you too.
Oh, yeah.
Having yes.
Oh.
Have this on the table. So creamy, like it makes
So
this
creamy.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their breakfast range can be found at many health food stores as well as selected cafes across Australia. You can also grab them on their website. If you are listening to this as it comes out, we, Shokuiku, are using their granola to top up our Superberry bowls and free toppings for in-store smoothies. Check their Instagram out, and that is The Wild. That's THEWILD_, and let them know how you enjoyed the interview.